The Spirit has laid some things on my heart that I wanted to share with you, and I hope that this information will help to free you from a lot of the fear that's going around now on the planet, because I know that a lot of the YouTube channels out there, they're telling you about a pending doom that's coming, and it is coming, but it's not coming for everybody. It's coming for what your Bible called the unbelievers or the evildoers. Those are the people who basically have counterfeit spirits within them, or the people who yoke themselves up with these counterfeit spirits. We call them human, God-raised mankind. So when we're referring to like the Great Divide, okay, for instance, yes, you do have mankind and humans who have cohabitated with them that have basically taken the mark of the beast. They are going to be destroyed. They're being destroyed right now as I speak. However, on the flip side of that coin, you have a lot of good that's also taking place on this planet, and you may have even noticed it within your own life. Like all of a sudden, you'll be able to manifest things that you've been struggling to get for years will seem to come almost instantly, or a lot easier than it had been in the past. You can actually think about whatever it is you want, and it becomes almost instant manifestation. Eventually, it is going to be instant. And the Spirit came to me. I was at the fitness center the other day, and I was exercising, and I was looking outside, all the beauty of nature. You know, we live on a beautiful, beautiful planet that had just been hijacked by what I would like to call a parasite. Okay, because when you study parasites, you will see that parasites have the ability to literally overtake the host and to control your thoughts, control your behavior if you're not careful. That's why it's important that we do periodic detoxification. Well, right now, our Mother Goddess is being detoxed. Okay, we've been living under a one sun, singular sun, and under that one sun, it dropped the consciousness level of the inhabitants of the planet. So what happened was you could only see on a very small light spectrum, but the light spectrum is huge. It's very vast. So you have all types of other beings and spirits and entities right beyond your vision, your scope of vision. Well, you notice that for the past few years, people have been saying they've been seeing the shadow people, they've been seeing blurs out the corner of their eyes and things like that. The reason why is because we're going to have three suns in the sky. Some people are already beginning to see these three suns, but they're not taking the time to explain to you what the significance of this is.
So good morning, Tuesday, August 21st, 2018. We're looking at three suns. There's a user on Twitter. Her name is Natalie9280. And this video shows that, three suns, and she seamlessly pans across, and you're following even birds. And I guarantee you that if she was going to create this, it's a difficult thing to create in terms of Final Cut Pro or anything like that. So let's take that off the table, and I don't think anybody's really questioning the validity of the video. What is up to question is whether or not it's a sundog. It's not a sundog. Sundogs are a atmospheric optical phenomenon.
Now, if you're familiar with astrology, you already know about your sun sign. Like most people know, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Libra, I'm an Aquarius or whatever. That's your sun sign. That's the personality that you actually show to the world. Well, under one sun, imagine if now you have three suns. So what's going to happen is it's going to open up the light spectrum so that you're going to be able to see on that full light spectrum. That's the reason why people are beginning to see what they call monsters. They're starting to see what we call demons. Okay, it's because you're beginning to see what's actually inhabiting these flesh bodies. And along with the sight comes some other things. On the astral plane, you can actually instantaneously manifest what you want. So during this time, I don't want you to get caught in the negative energy of only being afraid and scared and everything's gonna be destroyed, and you got flesh eaters, you got this, you got that. All of those things, yes, they're gonna take place, but that stuff don't even have to come near you. When you learn how to strengthen your auric field and strengthen your mind power, while other people are experiencing hell, you can be experiencing heaven. And we had a video that we put out, I think it was Great Divide Part 1. Those of you who are members, you need to rewatch that. We had a couple of ignorant people pop up getting mad because we put cartoon clips in it. But the cartoons actually show you how this thing works. And in that video, we had clips from Rick and Morty. In that episode, basically what happened was the young boy went through a detoxification machine. And when they came out, him and his grandfather, they were purified. They were happy. They were able to manifest. This little boy went from being a nerd, shy, scary, to just being basically a guru on Wall Street. And all of their nasty energy was left in the machine. That's what's about to go down on this planet. And I remember YouTube pulled that video. I mean, in less than 24 hours, it was pulled. And the funny thing about it is we got all the clips off of YouTube. But the thing is, nobody put the pieces together to lay it out for you, to show you exactly what it was we were trying to show you in that video. This purification that's coming to the planet is not intended to hurt you. Not if you are the elect. Not if you are what they call the chosen. If you are of the God race, you're going to be just fine. In fact, you're going to have heaven on earth. We're going to bring heaven to earth. Like I said, we're going to have a new heaven and a new earth. And old things will be passed away. Well, all of these entities and these counterfeit spirits, these clones, these androids, all these nasty things roaming around today, they're going to be gone very soon. But just because they're leaving doesn't mean you have to change what you're doing. We had somebody pop up, why are y'all planning a cosmic family reunion cruise? And the world's going to be destroyed. The world is not going to be destroyed. They're being destroyed. What it is, they set this thing up, the parasites set it up to the point where everything revolves around them. Like the diet that they recommend is for their body. The health that they recommend is for their body. They never cared about the real people of the planet. So you lost your own cultural identity. You don't even know what to eat anymore. Well, all that's about to be rectified with these 3 sons. Because you're talking about super or triple the power that was already here. So you're going to be able to see things. You're going to be able to manifest. You're going to literally be able to bring heaven to earth. So this is a time for you to rejoice. This is a wonderful time that you have incarnated in. Okay? Stand aloof from the destruction. Don't allow your psyche to get pulled under with those who are dying. Get out of the churches. Leave the old programs alone, because this amplification of energy is going to be destroying the beastly system. Religion is part of the beastly system. It didn't exist before they popped up here. You need to go back to nature, back to spirituality. That's what we're trying to get you to do. You know, and that's the reason why we created the golden race. Everything that we present to you came to us directly from spirit. I'm going to share a quick dream with you, and then I'll be done. But I had a dream one night, and it was me and my husband, and we were out sort of like at a field, and we saw a UFO. The UFO came down. As it came down, we ran and hid. And was looking from around like a building at the ship. The ship opened up, and these beings walked out. They had spacesuits on, and when they took the hats off, they were our ancestors. It was like Mary McLeod Bethune and Harriet Tubman, people that we learned about in school. So I ran over to them. I'm like, what in the world? What are y'all doing in a spaceship? Y'all didn't have the technology back then. Well, long story short, they basically told us, they said, we had to come to the future, and we need you to be our mouthpiece. And we have to basically get information out there for our people, or they're all going to be destroyed. Because they got all types of programs going on this planet right now that's designed to kill you. The food, the doctrine, the thoughts, the dogma. If they don't get out of this stuff, they're going to die. And so I said, why are you coming to us? You know what I'm saying? We're not on a public stage. Why don't you go to Oprah or Tyler Perry or somebody like that? Why in the world do you? He said, no, we need you to do it. And she pointed at me and my husband. I had this dream before we started the Golden Race. And at that time, I had no idea what the dream meant. I told a couple of my cousins, they just laughed about it and we passed it off. But the spirit brought that back to my memory a few months ago. And I think I did share it with one other member when we talked over the phone. But yes, so everything that we are sharing with you is not that we're just talking off the top of our heads, okay? This is stuff, this is knowledge that's coming directly from source that we feel obligated to give to you. So for those of you listening to me, if you've been struggling with fear, Get rid of the fear factor. We're going to continue to teach you about the spirit realm, but we don't want you to develop a sense of fear. You have nothing to fear. This stuff will not bother you as long as you are doing what it is you're supposed to do. Now, if you start cohabitating with those with the false spirits and the vampires and doing all the crazy stuff, then you're going to be flushed down the toilet with them. But if you're sincerely trying to do the right thing, you're going back to nature, you're changing up your diet, you're working with nature instead of against nature, then you're not a threat to her. Therefore, you will go on and you will be greatly rewarded. And like I said previously, begin to pay attention as you're manifesting things and thinking about whatever it is you want. These things are going to start coming to you quicker. And it's literally going to be heaven on earth. So like I said, you've incarnated at a wonderful time, a beautiful time. And I want you to begin to go into the positive side of things, the more positive energy, so that your spirit guides can begin to work with you and communicate with you. Because when you're rotten and you have stinking thinking, your energy literally repels them away from you so they can't come to you. But when you begin to embrace your ancestral roots and you go back to doing your altar work and do the things that our ancestors have always done from the beginning of time, you will be surrounded by beautiful spirits. I'm surrounded by beautiful spirits who I love having in my home. I'm not chasing them away because they're the ones giving me all the knowledge. They follow us from city to city, some of them in the forms of animal spirits, stars, all types of things. I know they're there and they talk to me and I welcome them. And that's what you want to get to, that point where you have a whole army of ancestral energy and beautiful spirits around you that can protect you from those low spirits, to keep them away from you. So that's how I want to share with you guys today. And if anything else does come into my spirit to share, I definitely will post it and put it out there for you. Have a wonderful and blessed day.